Well, good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Highwayman Trucking and My Way on the Highway. We just did our pre-trip and we're heading across town here. I need to stop off at a service center along the way and get a truck and trailer PM. Also need to get my annual inspection. We're going to go out here to Buckeye, Arizona and pick up a load of hay for a regular customer in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And beautiful weather. It's about 78 degrees right now. It's supposed to be a high of 85, which is a godsend when you have to tarp in Arizona. Yeah, it should be a real nice, easy, normal load. Be a little heavy, but we're going to head out I-10 to I-20, cut up through Texas, hit the 35, and get right on up there. We got about 1,400 miles ahead of us. I expect to deliver about Thursday morning. It's Tuesday now. Just had a great weekend at home. Got pretty much all my projects done, which never happens. And that was neat. I feel good about that. My wife, Obsessive Prepper AZ, cooked a great meal last night. Probably stop by the house once I get loaded and take a shower and have some leftovers for lunch because it was incredible. She made some carne asada fajitas, chicken fajitas, and wow, was it good. She is a heck of a cook, and she actually wrote a cookbook about 20 years ago. It's called the Obsessive Cooks Cookbook, and she's just always had a knack for flavor, and fortunately for me, she cooks way too much. There's always a ton of food. It's like we have a huge family at home still. But anyhow, so I just thought I'd say hello to you, and might do a 8-foot drop tarp video here once we get loaded. And those of you guys out there that might be new and need a little help learning how to do that. Kind of funny. My first tarping experience, I had no idea how to tarp. I had never even seen it done. I booked a tarp load out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it was late afternoon, and I had till, I don't know, probably 6 o'clock to pick up the load. So I drove over to the utility trailer supply, and I bought 2 6-foot drop tarps at the time. And it was raining, it was getting dark, really windy. Those of you know Albuquerque, it gets real windy. And again, I'd never even seen tarping done. And I picked up this load of lumber, and I was watching YouTube on my phone and figured out how to tarp. There's some good videos out there. I think there's some that are not quite as explanatory as others. Anyhow, I fell off my truck once, and but I got the hang of it. I got the load tarped, and then for a couple of years, I would avoid loads that were tarp loads. I hate tarping. I mean, nobody likes it, but it's just I hate it. I hate those things. And then I started hauling hay out of Arizona, and it's one of the only commodities out of here, and I've met some really good customers doing that. And so I have to tarp. It just is what it is. But I've definitely had my aggression with the tarps. There was last year I had used some tarps to cover up some really awkward metal machinery. It was Pepsi Cola manufacturing pieces that were used, and they came out of Oklahoma. And there was just no way to protect my tarps, and as those of you know, those things are expensive. They're, $900 for a set. And I finally got this load tarped, and I just wasn't sure about it. And I get about, I don't know, 100 miles or so, and it just shredded one of my tarps. And I got so ticked off with that. I ripped that tarp off and threw it in the trash, basically on the side of the road in Oklahoma. And used a different tarp, got it done. When I got to the location, outside of Mesquite, Nevada, I collected my good tarp, and the original set, one of the original set that was on the first, before the one got destroyed, it had a couple little tears in it. I took that thing off. I asked those guys that I was delivering to, I says, you want this tarp for anything? They're like, of course, you don't want it. I go, I'm done with tarps. And so I gave them that tarp. And lo and behold, about a month later, I had a load that required a tarp. So I took my happy self down to the tarp shop in Phoenix, spent $900 on a new set of 8-foot drops. But anyhow, it's definitely a hate-hate relationship with me and tarps. I don't like it. And it's not that I don't know how to do it. It's always a pain in the butt. And, if it's 115 degrees out, tarping's horrible. If it's freezing, tarping's horrible. If it's raining, tarping's horrible. If it's windy, tarping's horrible. A few years ago, I saw a guy picking up drywall up in Lake Mead, just outside of Las Vegas. There's a huge drywall plant. And there's a little Hispanic guy, all of 5'2" or so, maybe 120 pounds. And we were up there tarping one evening, and there were several trucks out there, and really bad wind coming across Lake Mead. And this poor little guy got caught up in his tarp. I mean, that tarp probably weighed more than he did, or darn close to it. And it literally acted like a parachute. And it drug him off the top of a full load of drywall off his trailer, so 13 and a half feet in the air. It probably took him a good 20-30 feet, and he hit the ground, rolled up in that tarp. It was horrible. I had to call the paramedics for him. I don't know whatever happened to him. I know he lived, but I'm sure he had some broken bones. It was pretty miserable for a while. So, tarping, be careful. They suck. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you shortly. Definitely the life of a trucker. Hurry up and wait. As you can see, I am not the only one here for an oil change. Good times. Well, we're not going to be able to load today. A little late in the day. And getting our truck and trailer serviced right now, full PM and a DOT inspection, and looks like I'm going to have a couple brake cans replaced and fixed, so no big deal. Spend another night at home, and we'll head out and grab that hay tomorrow morning. Beautiful day out here in Arizona, about 85 degrees, nice cool breeze, clear skies. And here at Danny's Big Rig Resort, full service truck center and truck wash. Got a nice little restaurant in there to eat, and I think we're almost done. YouTube, well, good afternoon. Welcome back to Highwayman Trucking and My Way on the Highway. Sitting here in sunny Buckeye, Arizona, about 50 miles away from where I live. This is the West Valley. I live in the East Valley. And getting ready to pick up a load of hay, going to a regular customer in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Nice little 1,400-mile jaunt. Not too bad weather today, about 85-90 degrees. We're going to get loaded here directly, and we'll get her tarped. I might do a little tarp video in there. Productive week. I thought I was going to be able to load yesterday, and I had to go in for truck and trailer PM and annual DOT inspection, and just needed a couple of extra brake chambers, and that took a little longer than I had planned. So we wound up going back home, and I don't know if you saw the video where I replaced all my cab shocks, but the one shock, because I needed to drop the lockbox. Well, I decided to do that yesterday evening when I got home, and that was an absolute nightmare. Got the lockbox out, no big deal, of course. But the shock was seized to the bolt, and it was horrible. I had a great neighbor and friend that came across and helped me out with it. We cut it out, and were able to replace that shock and new bolts, etc. And got the lockbox up and organized, and had a real productive evening. And of course, a great meal with my wife again. Obsessive Prepper AZ. If you haven't checked her out, go check her out. Actually, you probably already have, because that's probably how you started to follow me in the first place. But Anyhow, productive days, and already actually booked a load from Arkansas right back home. So I'll be home, well, today's Wednesday. I'll deliver this Friday, pick up Friday in Oklahoma, and then we'll be back here Sunday and deliver Monday, and be home for a couple of days. I'd like to be home over that road check business for next week that they've got, and I've got a couple more projects at home that I need to finish, so we'll spend a couple days home next week and probably head out next Thursday or Friday again. I like 3 or 4 days home, a week, 2 weeks out. That's kind of how I roll. But anyhow, I'll show you where I'm at, what I'm looking at, and we'll talk to you again here real soon. Nice, bright, clear day out here in Buckeye, Arizona. This is my favorite place to get hay in Arizona for sure. It's the Rocker 7 Ranch and Farms, and just a super nice place. Very efficient, great loader operator on the squeeze over there, and really quick and efficient place. Professional, they don't try to overload you, height or weight, and it's just my favorite place.